A woman in Pennsylvania was killed by two dogs on March 18, 2023. 38-year-old Kristin Potter was attacked by two Great Danes belonging to her neighbor when she was asked to feed the dogs while they were away. The victim had done this before, but this time the dogs attacked. Her young son ran back across the street to get his brother to call 911. When first responders arrived, they couldn't reach the victim because of the dog's aggression. Animal control was called, and the dogs were tranquilized. The two involved dogs were taken to a vet and euthanized. Kristin Potter died of multiple traumatic injuries sustained in the dog attack. A GoFundMe has been set up by her sister to help raise money for the support of her two young children. Several news agencies have picked up the story. It's disconcerting to hear that responders called animal control, which is a delay, and then animal control tranquilized the dogs, which is a further delay. Some people may wonder why police didn't just shoot the dogs to stop the attack. Well, bullets can ricochet. Maybe there was no clear shot. Perhaps thinness of walls or flooring and density of housing might have put others at risk if a firearm had been discharged. It's even possible that responders determined the woman was dead already or would die from her visible wounds. On the other hand, it's possible the victim might have survived had these delays not been made. But we'll probably never know. The two involved dogs were taken to a vet and euthanized. The dog's owners surrendered another, a female Great Dane, and her 5 not-so-small puppies. Locals have been commenting on the story and have written, "It is local to me. These are all definitely Great Danes." Another local wrote, "The family has been reported dozens of times over the last 3 years for neglect, and the dogs were vicious. Way to go trying to cover up the lack of prior response by officials." A third local wrote, "Exactly. Many, many calls by multiple neighbors, and the township and Pennsylvania State Police just turned a blind eye every single time. This could possibly have been avoided." You never know how dogs are going to respond to an acquaintance in their house when the owners are away. It's safer to deal with a boarded dog because a boarded dog is not on their own territory, and that suppresses territorial aggression. This is not the first time someone's been killed looking after their dogs for vacationing owners. It happens several times a year. So next time you or someone you know is asked to look after potentially dangerous dogs, please talk them out of it. Another case of a person getting attacked by neighbors' dogs that she was taking care of is the case of Jacqueline Durand, attacked December 23, 2021. Jacqueline, a 22-year-old college student, agreed to pet sit 2 dogs while their owners were out of town. The owners knew their dogs were, quote, crazy dogs, end quote, and the dogs were supposed to be confined in their kennels. But when Jacqueline arrived, the dogs were loose in the house, and they attacked her right at the front door, dragging her into the house. Responders stood outside the open door for 37 minutes before entering to rescue her, Jacqueline moaning answers to their questions from the open front door. Jacqueline didn't die, but much of her face was ripped off by the dogs, and she sustained 800 to 1,000 bites. The dogs were a 90-pound pit bull and a smaller German Shepherd mix. There's much more about this case, but I mention it because of the similarities. Woman doing a favor for others who didn't or couldn't board their dogs, and encountering deadly aggression from those dogs. Law enforcement are all about public safety, theirs included. It is not known why it took so long in these 2 cases for the attacking dogs to be neutralized. Perhaps we need a campaign to bring awareness and training to police departments across the USA.